What is up, YouTube? This is the Pony Elite, and I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile for my Spellbooks into the April 2014 format. And just to let you know, I'm only missing one monster, and it's this High Priestess. It's only this one right here, as I do not have another secret rare one. So, just bear with me, I am running 3 priestesses. These are just proxies, I'm going to be ordering it soon. But to get into the deck profile, as I just said before, I am running 3 High Priestesses. I love the High Priestess build, and I'm not running World because I think the Priestess build is a little bit more consistent to it. So, I kind of just dropped the World from this. Even though I used to be running World of Prophecy, I didn't really feel like I needed him too much. And then to go with the Priestesses, we are running 2 Justice of Prophecies, just so we can get our priestesses, and to go with her, we have also Temperance. So she gets priestess really quickly, but she gets her to your hand where you can set up. So it's kind of just your preference and what you want to do. If you want to run the 3rd Justice, it's okay, because I'm kind of in and out with her right now. I mean, I want to run her, but I also don't want to, because Justice can be a +2 or +1 depending on what you use. Like, if you just go Secrets into Master, and then Justice, Priestess, and Secrets, I mean, you didn't lose any hand advantage, so you basically went +2. So, there's that. And then, we got the 3 Batels, or Spellbook Magicians. He's still needed for the deck, really. Like, you need to run all 3 of him for the deck. He just basically searches everything out. He searches like 20 cards out of your deck, basically, so why not run him? And then I am main decking 1 Veiler. I was main decking 2, but I don't think I'll need the second one. But I really still want to run the 2. I might honestly cut out the Temperance and just leave 2 Justices in, and then bounce Veiler back up to 2, because that's what I was doing before. Mostly because I like having the ability to synchro, gain 1 sometimes if I see it, and effect negation is really important to this deck. So that is actually the entire monster lineup. I think it's like, yeah, it's only 10 cards, and which is really nice for spellbooks, because spellbooks really do need like a very low monster count, because they have a lot of spells. Like the 3 Spellbook of Secrets that you're running. This is exactly the same reason why you run 3 Batels. It searches out 90% of your deck. Yeah, it searches out maybe like 70% of your deck, which is really nice. And then we have the 2 Masters. You kind of have to run the 2 Masters. You could run 3, but you really do need 2 of them, because you need the consistency of just constantly searching out stuff and getting like powers up and everything. So there's that. And then the most broken card in this deck actually is Grand Tower. Like, Priestess is up there, and also Fate, but this card puts in so much work every single game that is not even funny. If this would focus. There we go. This card will put in a lot of work for you. Like, recycling Spellbook of Fate is just so broken that, like, you really didn't need to run the 2 Fates. You actually were good enough with 1, but like, having Fate constantly every turn is just such a task to get over sometimes. I bumped Crescent back down to 1 for the fact that I never really liked drawing 2 of these at once. So I kind of opted to not want to run the 3rd one. So I kind of just cut a little bit of consistency in getting a first turn Fate for Banish, for not having bad draws and everything, because I really never liked having like a really bad draws, because if you drew 2 of these, most of the time it's dead. Like, one of them will be dead in your hand constantly. And then to go into the more 2s of, because there's a lot of 2s. The last 2s of, we got 2 Eternities and 2 Wisdoms. I was running only 1 Wisdom before, but I really think you need Wisdom. Especially with the Priestess build, because you really just need to protect your Priestess a lot. So you really need the second Wisdom, and 2 Eternities, you kind of do need to run 2 Eternities. Because if you're not running the 2 Eternities, if one gets banished, that's kind of like the end of your deck just starts falling off. And then we play 4 1-ofs. 1 power, because I don't really think I'll need 2 of them. You can run 2 of them. It helps you get over things, but I just don't like dead drawing them that often. The 1 Fade is kind of self-explanatory. It does so much for you that it will come out of the card and do your taxes. That's how much this card does stuff for you. If it's focusing. There we go. This card will do your taxes if you tell it to. If you tell it to do something, it'll do it, and then it'll do your taxes for you. The 1 life, because Reborn, banned, and broken. And then the 1 Star Hall. Now, I like having Star Hall in here because it basically, if you have, Secrets, Eternity, Mastered in your hand, and, a Spellbook Magician, what are you going to search? You already have your Secrets for Magician, you already have the Masters that you're going to search out with the Secrets, and you already have a Crescent that could basically search anything out for you. So, if you summon Magician and just search out your tower, or your Star Hall, you can just start Secrets, Master, Tower, Crescent, Secrets, Master, Tower. You got 4 counters right there. You probably have a Fate set too. You probably have a Fate set too, so you'd almost have 5 counters on this thing, so it's really good if you don't have search options. The next 2 cards are going to be 2 dualities. It's this or MST. I'm still debating. I like duality because it gives you more consistency, but I also do like the MST main deck because you do need to get rid of problematic cards for your deck. So this helps a lot with it. And then we have the 3 upstarts because combo pieces and basically just going through your deck as quickly as possible, because the reason why I'm running these and the last card is Book Moon. The reason why I'm running these and the Recklesses is because with the Priestess build, I want to get to her as fast as possible and basically just start plowing the field with Priestesses. Just dropping, if I even can, just drop 3 Priestesses and just punch for game. These 6 cards will allow me to do that, and also the duality, but the duality I won't be able to special summon, but I can at least do it into a Justice or something. But the Recklesses and the upstarts, they give me the consistency to get Priestesses off relatively quickly. And basically the last 4 cards is 1 Mirror Force, because if my opponent, if I Mirror Force my opponent won't want to attack that often into my back row. So, because they'll be expecting a second Mirror Force at some point. The 2 Fiendish Chains, same thing with the Veiler. Just generic effect negation, it's really nice. And then the Solemn Warning, because this card is probably the most broken first turn card ever. If you have this set first turn and your opponent tries to summon something, you can just be like, no. Because this card is just such a good card against that. And then for the extra deck, because we are running an extra deck with this deck, got the 1 Gotchi, because it's Gotchi. 1 Herald of Pure Light, which you'll probably never go into. It just can recycle your Magicians and stuff. The 1 Digesto Phoenix, and then the 1 Shining Elf. I'm basically running the assortment of 2 still. I like running the assortment of 2s. The next would be the Zen Mains. And if I had one, I would run a Downer Magician, but I still don't have one. So there's that. And then Hierophant of Prophecy would probably be my only level 7, but I had to trade mine away. So I don't have a Hierophant either. So just those 2 cards would probably be the last 2 Exceeds, because I really don't need very many Exceeds. For the synchros, we got Catastor, Tempest, Magician, Stardust Dragon, Colossal Fighter. I don't even know why I'm running these 2 cards. I mean, they're just there to be there. The only reason I'm running Colossal Fighter is because he's a warrior and he's really big. Scrap Dragon, which is probably the one synchro that I actually do run in this deck. And then I would be running a Thought Roller Archfiend if I had one, but again, I traded that off a long time ago because I didn't need it. I didn't have Veilers at that point, but now that I have a Veiler. And then the 1 Chimera Tech. So, that is the entire deck for my spell books. So, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. And